Chris Chinnock here for Display Daily. I'm at ITSEC 2014 with Marcial Vidal from VDC, a longtime simulation company. In fact, I just realized you guys still sell CRT projectors for simulators. Wow.
But we do.
One of the only few.
That's right. Probably maybe the only two in the U.S. that sell CRTs and provide support for all the legacy products we've been selling for the last 20 years.
That's amazing. Someone's got to do it.
Somebody has to, and better be us.
So I wanted to talk to you about what you're showing here. It's an LED display. And LED displays, of course, we all know and love in lots of other markets. This is the first time that I believe, I've seen them here, I think you believe also, that they've been shown in this simulation market. How come?
Well, the how come is simple. We've been working on this type of, we always start exploring new technologies and new products. As you know, VDC, the display system, is a small company, but we are very innovative, and what we're trying to do is find solutions for the customers. And our mission is to find out what kind of display fits the application and what is we want to be in the forefront of the technology. So working with LED panels, and we, as I said before, perhaps, we have developed some patents and we have some ideas on LED self-illuminated collimated systems. We continue to work with many companies, mainly all those in China, that develop and manufacture these panels. So we feel that today is the right time to introduce the LED type panels into the training and simulation command and control. As a matter of fact, it's the first company that bring panels that are capable of 2.5 millimeter pitch all the way down to the 0.8 millimeter, which is unique, and we are the first and only ones.
Yes, I've seen 1.0 millimeter. I don't think I've seen 0.8 millimeter.
Well, I have seen it. I have pictures, and it's real.
And what's particularly, I mean, LEDs have a lot of obvious benefits. They're very fast. They're very high contrast. They can have very high brightness if necessary. In fact, too much brightness is a challenge for the simulation market. But you also mentioned that the ability to kind of mix and match pixel pitches in a simulator. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it?
It is, and in some applications we have mismatched projectors. Sometimes you want to put a low resolution projector in the rear section of the trainer, and also you put a very high resolution at the front. Well, this is not different. It's a question of matching the specifications, the requirements, and the budget. Yeah. So in our case, the panels are basically oblivious to the fact that one is a 1 millimeter pitch or it's a 1.6, as you can see behind us. We have a 1.9 and a 1.6, and they are all running from the same driver.
Now, of course, in the simulation market, light levels are typically quite low, more like theatrical type light levels, and LEDs are designed primarily to be high brightness displays. So you can solve that problem kind of in a brute force method by putting a neutral density filter over it, which will work, but it doesn't really solve the problem. So I think longer term, you really got to get into the backplanes and solve the driving issues to create lower brightness LEDs that don't generate as much heat and don't use as much power, et cetera, et cetera. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that. And so far, these panels is not only we can certainly go, the first thing is LEDs can be turned off. And always the biggest issue is the grayscale and the gamma at the very low current levels that were required to make very low brightness. They become a little bit unstable, but there are feedback loops in these panels that are able to mimic the proper gamma curves, and we can lower the power to levels that are close to almost black without being black. So we have seen these panels work in night vision training, and they are capable to produce a very visible and high resolution image.
Really?
Yes, really. It's amazing. It's unique, and that's what we thought. Being in the simulation market, understanding the do's and don'ts, understanding the requirements, we think that this LED panel, it is now ready to be introduced into the marketplace. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of things that still need to be worked on, as you said, but we think that this is the right time, and the right price.
And you'll be talking to customers, hopefully to have some more demos in the future, I presume.
That is correct. As a matter of fact, it has been very, very popular. We have very good, very much interest in these LED panels and the possibilities that opens up for training and simulation, command and control.
I'll be watching this very carefully. I'm very interested.
Looking forward to that.
All right. Thank you, Vidal.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chris.
Okay. Bye-bye. Chris Chinnock here for Display Daily.